I think you should be able to hear me. Maybe after I updated that. But anyway. There we go. Okay, now I hear. Alright, cool. So, tornado warning for Four Corners area, Oakland, Ocoee, and Windermere area. Let's go and we can zoom in on where most of the rotation is right in here near Winter Garden. Rotation is not super strong at the moment, but it is strong enough for National Weather Service to go ahead and issue a tornado warning. Let's go ahead and switch through some different products here, starting with shear product. It's going to just break down where the most rotation is right now over Ocoee, or coming up on Ocoee. We can go back to our traditional radar. It will show from time to time. It just shows a line of strong thunderstorms moving through the area. But again, there is that rotation built in that warrants the tornado warning to be issued. So, latest update from the radar pushes it more towards Ocoee. And then back to the wind mode. Rotation doesn't appear to be as strong with this update, but that's not to say that there isn't still rotation and possibility for a tornado to be on the ground at the moment. Let's take a look at debris tracker. So that'll pick up any debris that might be in there, that might be lofted. No debris being picked up at the moment, so that's good news. Let's kick back to our radar here. So Ocoee, Windermere, Pine Hills, not Prime Hills. Let's go ahead and we can put a track on the radar here. Just gonna track out this line of storms. It's moving at over 50 miles an hour. I actually trust that track too much. I'm gonna just move it out at like 25 miles an hour. I mean, either way, the time might not be right, but just looking at locations impacted in the very near future: Pine Hills, Lockhart, Fairview Shores, and then through Orlando, moving into Seminole County, Winter Park, Azalea Park, and then if you notice, the Oviedo is on there. So with the direction of this storm, we will want to pay attention as to what it will do. It's definitely something for us in Oviedo to go ahead and keep an eye on because of the just the path of the storm. So as the storm progresses, it's going to move through Orlando, Winter Park, get into more populated areas. They just changed tornado warning up a little bit. National Weather Service still 44 miles an hour. So if we go ahead and take that timing and apply that to our track, let's see what it would get us. Moving at 44 miles an hour at 59 degrees. So that'll get us Pine Hills in 4 minutes, Altamont Springs in 8 minutes, Fairview Shores in 8 minutes, Orlando in 10 minutes, Longwood in 10 minutes, Castleberry in 11 minutes, Winter Park also in 11 minutes, Winter Springs in 13, and Oviedo in 21 minutes. So if this storm is able to stay together, this storm could be knocking on our doorstep very, very soon. There are a couple areas, so it almost looks like, of rotation. And the interesting thing about these storms that are forming now is it's not like really hot, and it's not like our typical summertime storms that are forming, but yet there's still enough rotation in the atmosphere. They're able to pull together and rotate. So let's go back to our debris tracker and see if we have anything. I'm not seeing anything there. It's if it's all red, that shows that it's more precipitation is coming down. If you start to see spots of blue, that indicates that there's something other than rain being picked up by the radar. It could be wood, it could be, any type of debris. And for now, that's not being picked up by the radar. So that's good to see. I'm going to go ahead and read what the National Weather Service has put out with the latest update. Lake and Orange. Severe at 8:01, a severe thunderstorm more capable of producing a tornado was 8 miles southwest of Winter Garden. Radar indicated rotation. So as the storm continues to progress, it's something we're gonna have to keep an eye on. No lightning with this storm, which is very interesting. Usually, storms like this have lightning, and more lightning you see, it shows that there's more power, more strength to this thunderstorm. But this doesn't seem to be the case. There's no lightning strikes, but this storm is producing a tornado, or at least producing enough rotation for a tornado warning. I'm gonna push south for a minute. There were a couple tornado warnings earlier, still a couple down by Fort Myers. But the main one I'm focused on for now is the one knocking on the door of downtown Orlando. If you remember, what was it, like 2020, I think, there was a tornado that moved through Orlando. And I believe, if I remember correctly, it was in January. And the interesting thing about Central Florida is our tornado season, one of our tornado seasons is actually just about to start. February is actually strong tornado season for us. If you remember back to 1998, those tornadoes that came through, it was through Seminole County, through Volusia County. Those were F3 strength tornadoes, very, very strong tornadoes. It was a February cold front. These cold fronts that come through, especially as we start to heat up here in Central Florida and get more towards, warmer days, and then if a strong cold front can make its way down here, it could hit us with a good low bang. So, National Weather Service is yet to move the tornado warning into Seminole County, but likely with the next update to it, that should be coming out here in a few minutes. It will. Tornado warning expires at 8:30. We'll see if they decide to cancel it or not. I haven't seen anything that would make me think they want to cancel it. There we go. There is definitely rotation there. It's very, very weak. I would think, looking at right now, they'd probably go ahead and cancel it, but looking, what could happen in the next 5 minutes or so until they cancel that warning, I don't know. Let's kind of go ahead and put our radar into motion here and see how this storm came together. Also look at the storm, the rotation at least, progressing through time. It's never been the strongest rotation, but the rotation has been there, and it looks like it could be somewhat strong. So with that, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue turning. I actually wanted to pull up though. You can tap into the radar at Orlando International Airport, and while it's a lot weaker than the National Weather Service radar, because of how close it is, you could actually get a pretty good radar scan of what they're seeing. And they're seeing the reds and greens close together. So, it is picking up on that forefront at least, that there is rotation. Again, it's a lot weaker of a radar site than the National Weather Service site is, but just because of how close it is to the airport, we are getting we can't confirm that this rotation is very low to the ground. No, when they issue tornado warnings based on based on radar indicated rotation. It is the rotation that's closest to the ground. They're not issuing it based on rotation that's tens of thousands of feet in there. They're issuing it based on what's going on right now, and that's what we're seeing here is rotation that's low enough to the ground to issue tornado warning. I want to see what they're going to do in way of extending this tornado warning. This tornado warning here expires in about 3 minutes. Not sure if they're planning on extending it, if they're planning on ending it. But if this warning does get extended, it is going to be into Orlando, Winter Park, University Park, possibly Altamont Springs, possibly Winter Springs, Oviedo. That will be the next update to the tornado warning. If this tornado warning is extended. So, keeping our eyes on Orlando and moving into Seminole County. So, in about 2 minutes, we should have some sort of indication from the National Weather Service as whether they're going to update it or to let this warning expire. There is rotation. It's just hard to say if it's enough rotation to warrant a tornado warning. And I guarantee they're having a discussion right now at the National Weather Service as to what they're going to do. It's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do in a minute or so here. I can possibly pull up the chat to see what if they decide to indeed allow this to expire or if they're going to allow this warning to continue. I of course hope that it expires, but we'll be here if anything else tornadic does pop up. Yeah, so just if you let's see. They went and expired the tornado warning. Alright, so 8:23 they went and expired it. So that being said, in about a minute, tornado warning should disappear off our map and we'd be able to return to well, not return to programming, we're not on TV, but yep, and there it goes. It's off our map. Of course, we're going to be tracking this all morning long as these storms push through. Take a look at our overall storm line of strong storms, and the way Central Florida is able to or Central Florida storms are able to rotate very quickly. We'll be keeping close eyes on it all morning long. If anything else turns tornadic, of course, we'll be right back here. If not, we'll see you again very soon. Have a great day.